Live. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Mansfield Town News and Views. I'm joined with two special guests tonight, John and Adrian, to talk all things Mansfield Town. Ball last night. How are you both doing, guys?
I'm good, thanks.
Brilliant.
I'm good, mate. Thank you. Apart from having this silly little camera filter on, I don't know what's causing it or what's doing it, but trust me, guys, I don't have makeup on or anything like that.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you. I asked him to come on tonight, and I'm thinking, I hope he's jazzed himself up for tonight. You know.
It goes with my haircut, you see. So.
So. Yeah, I mean, obviously with not being a game last night, well, there was a game, it just got postponed in the fourth minute. We'll talk about Walsall. I just want to say, I thought, to be honest with you, overall, we was the better team in it. I didn't think Walsall really threatened too much, and when they did, Bishop really stood firm as the defence did, and I thought overall we deserved the 3 points. What's your thoughts on it? I'll start with you first, Adrian.
Yeah, definitely. Watching the game live from a press box, it was definitely the first half was quite it was quite a scrappy first half. Not many sides had chances, and you were kind of thinking that this might be a 0-0 draw. It might be just a bore 0-0 draw from the first half, but in the second half, Harry Charsley, the substitution for Ollie Clark, who was injured with a hamstring injury. He just came out of the traps. He gave away a silly free kick at the beginning of the second half. But after that, he picked himself up, he got into the game, and he was flying, scoring 2 goals. Like you said, Nathan Bishop, fantastic saves. George Maris is crucial. He got hit in the face, bless him. But he cleared off the line. He put his body on the line. Which I think shows how strongly knit this Stags team is at the moment, willing to put their bodies on the lines, fighting for each other, and we continue the run going. And it's 9 out of 10 league wins, 6 out of 6, 7 consecutive home league victories. It's tremendous, and we're flying up the table. We're in the playoffs. We're only 5 points away from Sutton United, who are third in the final automatic promotion playoffs promotion spots. So it's just tremendous the turnaround from only 10 games ago now. So it's been fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely bang on. Like you say, you mentioned there about the George Maris there, off the line. And if anything, it just shows you, persistence and patience within football, giving managers time when you go through a bad run of form. And obviously, clubs had that time to turn things around. And massive credit to the owners for that, and David Sharp for letting him do that, really. But yeah, couldn't agree more on that. What's your thoughts on the Walsall game then, John?
I will admit, I had to leave halfway through the second half due to work commitments, so I didn't see the whole game. I got called away, but from what I've seen, it was really the difference is now we're positive. We're positive in our attack. Yes, the first half didn't start off great. I thought we let Walsall have a lot of the ball. They looked strong going forward, but not really hitting us with anything. They had a couple of pacey ringers and stuff like that. But I thought we deserved points and stuff like that. I thought we were the better team, and I echo your both sentiments. Consistency is very important, and me and you have said that all season, Mark. How many times did we just say Nigel just needs one win?
Yeah.
And it's happened. Six league wins out of 6. Can't grumble. Yeah, and we were very close against Middlesbrough as well. So it could have been easily 7 out of 7. So I think the team are coming together really well now. The team are fighting for each other. And I just think, there's a handful of players who are vital to that squad now, and JJ was one of them. Is one of them, should I say? So I'm really pleased he signed on.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, obviously you mentioned there, JJ staying on there. But obviously you alluded to him earlier, Adrian, about Charsley, and he's a player that we've not seen much of. Obviously the competition in front of him. I mean, the midfield players you've got. I mean, same can be said for Jason Moore. He's been another player that we've not seen anything of really. And again, it's just down to the players that we've signed really. And it just shows you the competition we've got at the club is amazing really. And obviously something wasn't working in the first half. It makes a change at half time, and like you say, Harry Charsley just completely changed the game really.
Well, I wouldn't say it was just Charsley. I think moving Ollie Hawkins up front with Jordan Bowery and Rhys Oates was a fantastic move. Dropping Jonjo O'Toole back to defence was also a very good move from Nigel Clough. Kind of like you said there, changing the tactics ever so slightly. You saw that the first half wasn't working as it was supposed to be working. Making one substitution, dropping Jonjo O'Toole back, moving Ollie Hawkins up front. Just to give us a bit of more aerial threat. He's able to hold the ball, which is perfect for, especially for the quick Jordan Bowery and the rapid Rhys Oates. So yeah, like you said, a bit of chopping and changing for the tactics. And like you said, first half didn't work. Second half it worked perfectly, and we got the win. We got the job done.
Yeah, well, what about you, John? Do you think the same, or what do you think was a big thing to Walsall?
Yeah, it's like Charsley. He's like Jason Moore and Charsley are players that need to take the chances when they come. I think we've been saying all season, and especially towards the end of last season as well. Jason Moore needs to take his chance this season and prove what we all know what a great player he can be. He did the job for under 21 level and all different age groups for us. So and he's a personal favourite of mine. I hope he gets more chances. But they've performed Jordan Bowery and Rhys Oates. To be fair, he's coming on the radar now. I think that our team are just coming together, and I'm liking it. We've not had this squad mentality, I think, since David Flinkoff's side. And it's nothing but good vibes.
Yeah, 100%. And you mentioned it earlier on. Got to talk about it. But signing JJ, there was a lot of uncertainty of if he would have stopped or not. We knew Doncaster and MK Dons, I think, was the other rumoured club that were coming in for him. But finally, we've got him penned down for a longer deal as a Stag, and I think we can all agree it's like the best signing in the January transfer window by far. What's your thoughts on that, Adrian?
Late Christmas present for me, especially. I think penning him in ever since he signed on that short-term deal in October. I think we saw improvements. We saw slow and steady improvements. He gives us experience. He gives us a lot of football league experience, and I think it shows. He can play anywhere. He can play as a ball-playing midfielder, as a ball-winning midfielder, as a creative midfielder, and also at the back. He gives us, I think, the stability and the experience. So, penning him on until 2024, I think it's positive. I think himself, Jonjo O'Toole, I think he sees that the Stags are on their way up, and I think if we go into League One, I think he'll also be crucial to keeping us in the league because, like I said, like I alluded, Football League experience just works. Sometimes if you don't have that experience, then it could go all in the bin. We saw when Quinn was suspended for 6 games, what happened. It all went to pieces. And whenever Jonjo O'Toole stepped in and Quinn stepped in, I think we've been on the way up. And I think if long may it continue because we've signed O'Toole, he's a Stag and he's staying.
Yeah, 100%. And the thing is, he could have easily took the money from Doncaster. He could have easily seen himself back in League Two, but he said, what, I'm going to stop here. I've got a good chance of going up here. And like I say, that just says it all because he could have easily took the money. But it just shows you his commitment to the club.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I just think JJ, it shows how vital he is to the squad since he's come in. He's put the squad together. He was literally the missing piece of a jigsaw, if you like. I do think Nigel might sign one more player, and that we all, I think, know will be a striker. But at the minute, Rhys and Jordan Bowery are working quite well together. let's not change it too much. But at the end of the day, I think we just need some extra cover in that area. But it's a right decision. I said it last week. I think JJ going to Donny. No disrespect to Donny, they could be they are more likely going to be League Two side next year. So it doesn't make any sense going to Donny in my eyes.
No, it doesn't really, to be fair. And you look at where they are, Doncaster, and it'd be amazing if they did stay up, to be fair. But hey, stranger things have happened in football. But you just mentioned their transfers. A bit of transfer news here. We've been linked to Kieran Wallace. Now he's a fullback, but he's very versatile. And he's a player that we've been linked with to get on loan from Burton. He's been on loan at York this season, but Burton are looking at him to get him playing League Two football. So, what's your guys' thoughts on that? Because I think personally, it's good to have a player that's versatile just in case of injuries, and also it adds to competition, to be honest. And I think that's what we need, in my opinion, just a defender just in case of injuries or suspensions.
I think Nigel Clough kind of alluded to potentially letting Ryan Berg go if he was to make a signing at fullback. Just for cover for Stephen McLaughlin, because I think he's the only left back that's kind of thriving. We've not seen much of Ryan Burke, only in cup competitions, and from the cup competitions we have seen, he's been mediocre at best, I think. But yeah, I think if we do sign him, then fair enough. I think it's up to Nigel Clough to see what he needs in the January transfer window. Like we said, potentially a striker, but like we've got Danny Johnson, who's more than capable of banging in the goals. Yes, he's been injured, but I don't think we've seen the best of him just yet. Like we said, Reece Oates is on form at the moment, but he's needed time to settle. Danny Johnson, it has to be the same. He's been injured, so he's not had the time to bed into the lineup and settle in. So Ollie Hawkins can also play up front. We've got four capable of strikers of playing up front, but we'll see in the next coming days. I believe there's only 12 days left of a transfer window, 12 or so days left. So we'll see what other signings we can make, but I don't think Nigel Clough will be making too many signings just to keep the squad stable and kind of focused on the second half of the season. Yeah,
100%. I mean, we don't need to make that many signings, and like you say, Nigel said in his press conferences, we don't need to, and we don't. We've already got a tight knit squad, and if it's not broke, don't fix it. That's the way I look on it. And I know we've been linked with Montel Gibson, a non-league striker who's done really well there. And again, it's one of them. Personally speaking, I wouldn't be fussed if we didn't sign him, purely because I think we've got more than enough firepower. I just think it's just another defender, and I think we'd be all right personally. But again, I know Nigel talked about having more options up front, really, but it's an interesting one because obviously you've got Danny Johnson, like you say there, and obviously Ollie Hawkins, who again, if we can get him up front as well. So it's going to be hard if we do sign him, to be fair. What's your thoughts on it, John, about potentially signing a striker?
Yeah, to be honest, like I say, I echo your thoughts. We don't need a striker. I don't think we really need any more players. I mean, I'm surprised. He let go Maurice, or I can't pronounce his name. Sorry. In the defence, because I would have thought that's one area we could perhaps do with a little bit more cover. But yeah, we just talk about squad mentality. It's so important. So Nigel, if anything's got to make sure you brings in the right player, because one negative player could upset the ship. And we've seen before JJ comes in what a difference that might make. There's a comment down here saying just how vital JJ, probably has been. And I agree, JJ's been massive, but at the same time, there's other players coming into their own now, and it's all just gelling together nicely.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, it'd be interesting to see if there's more outgoings as well. Because Ryan Burke, you mentioned earlier on, Adrian. Nigel spoke about him potentially going out on loan if somebody comes in. Tyree Sinclair. I mean, as much as I like Tyree Sinclair, and same with James Gale, I think a loan spell will probably be beneficial to him because realistically, I don't see them playing many games. They might obviously come off the bench for the last 10 minutes, but personally speaking, I think a loan spell would probably be beneficial to them.
Yeah, I definitely think so. But the COVID situation currently, we don't know whether we'll have another COVID outbreak. Well, I hope not. Touch wood, I'm not jinxing anything.
Yeah.
But like I said, it depends on the situation whether Nigel actually wants them out for a loan spell. We've obviously seen Jaden Charles go out on a loan spell, Owen Mason go out on a loan spell, Josh Scott. So the younger players are getting chances in non-league, but I think Tyrese and James Gale, I think Nigel looks at them as first team players. They may sit on the bench week in, week out, but he sees them as I believe he gives them valuable minutes in the final 10 or so minutes, which I think is positive for them. But I don't think a loan spell would harm them. I think it'll be for the better for them, just for growth. But if Nigel sees them in first team plans, then why not change by just keeping them in the first team loop and kind of give them some minutes here and there?
Yeah, I see your point. What do you think on that, John? Do you think a loan spell would be good, or would you just keep it more of the same?
I'd rather, I'm in favour of giving youth a chance. That if I was a manager, that's what my thing would be. I'd give them a chance and let them see. And if it don't always work out, then the loan option would be better. But it's always nice to see one of our own, if you like, break through to the first team. And do really well. And it's happened before; it will happen again. I think Jason Lloyd's going to be a break. Has the potential to be a breakout star for us. He did well for Notts County last year. He will do well. If you give him a chance, and he is doing. To be fair, he is taking the chances. He came on and did well for the final 20-30 minutes in Middlesbrough, and again in Warsaw. You can just see the confidence in the lads now. You can just see togetherness. The relationships between the fans and the management, are stronger than ever. Nigel. I heard reports. Nigel kept the fans updated with the Forest Green stuff, and I think that's important because at the end of the day, it's all about togetherness, and this is what I love. It's about even off the pitch and in the ground, you can see we fully are behind the club now. There's no restless like there were 2 or 3 months ago, and I'm all for it. And I just think long may it continue because we deserve. JR deserves something, we deserve to go up. And the famous last words, we've been very lucky with COVID. We've not really had a game. I don't think we've had a game postponed, and if it was, it won't due to us. It will due to the other teams. And I know the FA wants football to continue, and I've been in talks with them. And I think it will, but at the end of the day, we just need to keep that winning mentality and just keep that togetherness.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, just talking COVID briefly, is obviously the announcement came out earlier on today that the restrictions will be easing, so that does give you hope as a fan as well as for the footballers. So hopefully, if that does continue to improve, then hopefully fans can obviously, as well as players, go about things day-to-day life is obviously what we all want, and we're finally seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. It's just obviously just got to bear with it for a couple of more months and we'll be signed. First comment of the night, coal miner man, one man doesn't make a team, but JJ has certainly made a difference, and I think we can all echo that, guys, because he's right. Obviously there's been other players that's been key. George Morris is a player that I don't think gets credit enough for me. I think he's alongside Quinn, I think them two in midfield are just class, really. But yeah, that's what I mean. The experience, the leaders, they're the kind of players that you want for when you're going for promotion.
I love George Maris personally. Like you said, he doesn't get enough credit. The his set of skills, he brings a lot to the side. He can win a ball, he can duel a ball, he can pass a ball, he can score, he can assist, he can do a lot. But he doesn't get enough credit. Quinn, like you said, leadership. He gives the experience. He's probably I'd probably say behind maybe Ollie Clark and Ollie Hawkins, probably the third captain of a team, as you'd like to point it out there. But it's John Joe O'Toole has made a difference for the team. He's slotted straight in. You wouldn't expect that man to not be playing 6 months, to not have played a game in 6 months. He slotted straight into the team. He played brilliantly. He's played brilliantly, should I say, up until now. Long may it continue. But yeah, the squad's tightly knit. The squad's full of confidence, and hopefully we can continue going on this winning run and keeping this unbeaten streak going as long as possible.
Yeah, definitely. And just a brief one on O'Toole as well. I mean, the thing about when you sign free agent players, you never know exactly how fit they're going to be. But I love it when Nigel said, well, it was amazing when he was a free agent, because it kind of gave him the kick up the backside to get fit. And you've seen that now. He's like a totally different player. What's your thoughts on it, John?
Yeah, he is. We've said it all along. We need the right type of players. Obviously Nigel knows League One especially very, very well, and he's getting the League One type players, which is what is needed for obviously getting out of this league. Beyond that, he obviously knows the Championship very well with managing Derby and stuff like that. So maybe next year, if we go up, he can rely on Derby. If Derby are around by next year, we never know. But we're using those type of clubs to come and learn from to sign for Mansfield Town, and I just think. The potential is endless at the club, with JR's backing, with everyone, coming to the game, supporting the lads, keeping that positive. I've not seen Field Mill this positive in such, a long time, and and it's a nice feeling to come into a ground where there's no negativity, there's no nothing, and Wolves to the credit. They packed out that end, they were loud, and that's what we love. We love a bit of banter. We love goodwill stuff, and this is what Mansfield Town is all about: the community, the foot club, and long may it continue.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously the Forest Green game being called off last night, I don't think anybody could really complain. Obviously, I was watching it on the iFollow, and obviously you just couldn't see a thing. And same for the commentators. But I just feel for them fans travelling all that way just for it to be called off. I really do feel for them. But if you have got an iFollow, if you did buy the match pass for last night, I believe it does get rolled over for the reverse fixture. So don't worry about that. You've not wasted your £10. But it's just the travelling fans I feel for. But hopefully for the reverse fixture of that, hopefully there'll be some travel arrangements sorted out for the fans, because it's these things happen in football. Nothing can be done. But yeah, hopefully when the fixture does get played again, it will. The clubs can sort that out. But if it wasn't COVID, it was a fog. So it's just their time lucky, I guess.
Yeah, most definitely. Go ahead.
Go on.
Yeah, most definitely. Like you say, I do feel sorry for the fans, but I echoed it earlier. With Nigel Clough going up to the supporters and just keeping them updated, it just shows the communication between fans and the management, and we haven't had that since David Pencroft, I think, and it is becoming a little. Hey, it's one of the, I don't know, we're being biased, but it's one of the best grounds to visit is Field Mill. Obviously it's my team, but at the end of the day, the atmosphere, on its day can be one of the best in the country. It's just, so passionate. So, behind the team, it's unreal.
Definitely. Adrian, you're going to say something?
No, I was gonna mention. I was gonna allude to a Nigel Clough press conference yesterday after the game. He was he was saying that the club potentially could. Well, the tickets I hope do get refunded for the travelling fans, but the fans travelling their numbers every away game, wherever it is, from Barrow to wherever we go. But yeah, hopefully some travel arrangements are sorted out by the club, because Nigel did allude that there could be a possibility that the club could do something for the travelling supporters when the fixture does get played once again. But like you said, we never know when this fixture will be played again. There's a spot this coming Tuesday, I believe, where the fixture could be played, but we don't know. The EFL would have to be referred to, and we'd have to see whether that game would be scheduled for then. But whenever it does get scheduled, I hope that the fans do get their travel sorted, and I hope that their tickets do get refunded, or that they get them valid for this rearranged fixture. Third time lucky, as we like to say.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, like I say, it was like it was just, I've never seen a match like that in years. It's been a while. I think it was the first time Nigel said that he actually, as a manager, had a game being called off. So it was a new thing for everybody. But yeah, it was just one of them things. Sadly, you can't do nothing about. Let's get some down some of your comments, guys. Evening, Timothy. Greetings from Tenerife. Come on, you stags. I tell you something. I wish I was there with you, mate. I tell you.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're enjoying Tenerife, which I'm sure you are. Coal Miner Man, Field Mill is becoming a fortress again. Good gates and atmosphere, buzzing, good times are back. Yep, I couldn't say it any better ourselves. We, obviously you mentioned it earlier, John. And again, it's amazing seeing that attendance rise up. And I think the people in Mansfield are seeing now we've got a team we can be proud of, a team that's going to work the socks off. And even when we go a couple of goals down, we've shown the team now is more than capable of getting the result.
Yeah, I agree, and I just think it is becoming a bit of a fortress. I was looking for that word earlier, but I just think it is a side that is has the potential to go up. Like I say, it's a feel-good factor, and we haven't had that since Lincroft. And players should get, players and fans should get rewarded, and especially JR, like I say, keep saying, without his backing, we wouldn't be in the position where we are now, I don't think.
No, absolutely not. I'd try to think where we'd be without him, to be honest with you. It's not worth thinking about, to be honest. But yeah, it is. It's obviously, as we always know, every season the expectations of the club, the backing we spoke about, the facilities, we're set up to be a League One club. You know what I mean? Let's be honest, and obviously, or even higher, even a Championship. If you want to go that far. But yeah, everything's going in the right direction. Everyone's on the same page. We've got a manager that knows what identity of the club. The players are buying into it, and again, it's just, when you're moving in that direction, I don't want to tempt fate here, but it's usually them teams that do generally go up. And 4 games are done now, and again, the way that we're in form, we're going to take some beating. What's Adrian?
Yeah, definitely, we'll take some beating. But like we alluded to a comment there, Field Mill is becoming a fortress. We're one of the sides that have got the best home record, I think, joined with Tranmere Rovers in League Two. We're also one of the most informed teams in England, which speaks volumes, I think. I think we'll take we'll be hard to break down. We've shown that for the since November time, that we're going to be hard to break down now that we've kind of bonded together, and we've kind of the players have kind of were bought into Nigel Clough's tactics a bit more. Now we're on a winning streak. But yeah, I think it'll be difficult to beat us, especially when we go to Barrow. I know our away record isn't the best this season, because we've not played many away games. Feels like most of our games have been at home, which is the truth. But yeah, it'll be a hard trip to Barrow this weekend, and then we're back at home facing Leyton Orient the week after. So it's like it doesn't feel like we've been away from home for a long time. It only feels like a week. So yeah, it'll be a tough test at Barrow. I'm sure the lads will get through it, and I'm sure they'll be still positive heading into the game against Leyton Orient, where I hope to see a mass crowd once again, because the feel-good factor is back in Mansfield, and the community can clearly see that. They back the boys. The boys play for the badge, they play their socks off, and it's fantastic to see.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Go on, John. You're going to say something then, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine, mate. I just thinking, with regarding to the packed schedule we have, I hope that, with all due respect, I hope the Forest Green is postponed until, mid-February. We don't want too many risks of injuries, because if any of our big, it's like a jigsaw. We're playing well at the minute. I'm just worried if we get any big injuries, it's going to have a massive knock on our confidence. I'm just hoping that the EFL will postpone that Forest Green game until at least mid-February.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I'm guessing the club obviously will be organising something within a couple of days to sort something, but I'm sure both clubs will sort it. Because at the end of the day, no club wants postponements. Forest Green are in the same boat. I mean, they've got a couple of games in hand like us, so it's a pain for both sides, to be fair. But yeah, I'm sure the club will sort that, no problem. Get some more down in your comments. Timothy, Paul's got a home game on Saturday against Barrow, travels down for every home game, lives and works in Barrow. Wow, some trick that is. That's great support, that is, because Barrow is a real far away from Mansfield. So that's amazing.
3.5 hours.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's a long journey. It's a very, very long journey.
Amazing support, that is. Let's have a look at my comments. Timothy again. The last time it felt this positive for me was the George Foster era, Phil Stant, Stevie Wilkinson, etc. Great times. And I'll tell you something, it was way before our time, but I'd love to have seen some of them players in action. And you were lucky enough to do that, obviously. But yeah, like you say, obviously you've seen the good times, and hopefully this team can recreate that. Hopefully we can be a part of that. Like same with the conference winning team. I was speaking to Lee Stevenson the other day, and he was saying this is similarities between it. Obviously that cup defeat against Liverpool, it ended up taking us to get promoted. Obviously we play well against Middlesbrough, and hopefully there's similarities there. Yeah, it's great, and even the fans are recognising that from all generations that have seen these great players. And like I say, it's just the whole town's just united in Mansfield Town. And like you say, the last time it was like that, like what John said, it was like David Flitcroft era. Carl Fairbrother, Adrian, have a chat with your friend Danny Rose and bring him back. Our away record has been good recently, beating Crawley.
I mean, I could give him a word. I could give him a ring, but I think he's focusing on Northampton Town. Northampton Town are flying as well, so it'd be tricky to get him back to Mansfield. But when I did speak to him, he was thrilled to be at Mansfield. I mean, it didn't necessarily end the perfect way for Danny at Mansfield, but I don't know. I might give him a call and see what he's thinking.
I think with that strike partnership of Danny Rose and Tyler Walker with this current squad, I think we would be, can you just imagine? We would be on fire. But yeah, I do miss Danny Rose and I miss Tyler Walker. To be fair, he's doing a job for, I think it's Coventry. But he just sent to in our current setup. I know Jordan Bowery's doing well, but can you imagine?
Imagine if we get promoted. You never know. We could see him back. Tyler Walker's gone out on loan to Portsmouth now because he wasn't getting minutes at Coventry, and like Nottingham Forest, I think they're wasting a very good talent there. So you never know. If we get promoted to League One, we might see him come back on a loan spell. You never know. He might view it as a permanent. He could stay permanently, which I think would delight everyone. But we never know what could happen.
We can live in hope, can't we? But to be fair, Tyler Walker got a decent reception when we played Coventry at the beginning of the season. To be fair to him, so anything's possible.
Yeah, it is, and that's it. Like I say, I think even if Danny was to come back, I think he'd find it hard to get in the team with the strikers we've got. Because Reece Oates and Danny Johnson, and that it's competition for places, and as well as Jordan Bowery. I keep forgetting Bowery, to be honest, but yeah, that's what I mean. I think the competition for places. I think even Danny would struggle to get in the side. To be fair, that just shows you how good the strikers have been this season.
Yeah, I think we keep forgetting Jordan Bowery, undeserved probably, but what a start, what a start month he has had. He's coming into his own really, and he's beating players left, right, and centre with his pace, his drive, his passion, and he's a talented. He didn't have the best of starts in my opinion, but he's just really grown into a great attacking player in my mind.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, absolutely, mate. And the thing is, as well, is not only I think he's really good as a winger as well. Like you say, taking players on there, he's good control on the ball, and it just shows you the confidence. And I'm guessing you guys saw the interview a couple of weeks he did, and just how much he loves playing for the club, and you could tell that really. And again, everyone just loves playing for the club, playing under Nigel. And again, we keep alluding to it, but that togetherness within the squad. I mean, there's not many clubs that would stick with a manager after 14 games without a win, especially in this league. I mean, if it was somebody like Salford or someone like that, it'd have been gone ages ago. But once again, just that stability that every club needs, and the rest is history, as they say.
Yeah, Jordan Bowery can play anywhere. He alluded to it in his interview. Wherever Nigel Clough puts him, he'll play happily, whether it be wing back, centre back, midfield, winger, striker. You could put him anywhere, and I think he'll show the willingness to play for the badge and kind of fight his battles on the pitch. He does his talking on the pitch. He doesn't need to be talking to the media and saying, "Yeah, I love playing there, and that's where the manager should put me." Wherever he plays, he's happy to play, and I think that's so brilliant about Jordan Bowery. He goes under the radar as a striker because he can play wherever he wants, wherever he needs to be played.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Very good utility player, and I like it when you've got players that are utility wise, just in case. I mean, we've seen it with Ollie Hawkins as a centre half, and that's what I mean. He's another player we haven't seen much of up front with how good he's been as a centre half, and hopefully Rawson or even another centre half, if we can bring another one in, can get him back up front. Really, to be honest, but it just shows you the strength and depth we've got at the squad. It's quite something. Timothy will be listing on Saturday. Great news about bare knuckle Jim signing. That's a great title for him. Yeah, it is. And again, I think every Mansfield fan was just refreshing the phone, making sure this was real. There was a lot of rumours going around saying that he was signing, but you never know until it's confirmed. But I think it made everybody's day. I think it was the best news that again the club could have gotten. But yeah, he's a man now for 18 months.
Yeah, long. And let him have an uninterrupted 18 months because he's a great player. He really is a great player.
Oh, I love it. Let's have a look. More of your comments. Phil Stanton, legend. Absolutely. I'd love to interview him. It'd be a great player to interview, he would. Let's have a look. Evening, Paul. Evening, chaps. Did you notice the lad from Stourbridge left his club this week, Montel Gibson? Yes, I did notice that, but I've heard Oldham are interested in him as well, so I'm not sure if where he's going to end up. But like what we were saying earlier, to be honest, I think up front we're okay, in my opinion. Another defender, I think would be okay, but end of the day, if Nigel sees something in him, obviously, he must do it for us to be the interest. But I think we're okay up front personally, and I think the guys are the same on that.
Yeah, I think so as well. I don't think we need anyone else up front. I think we're sorted. Like I said, we've got 4 very good strikers. Ollie Hawkins usually plays at the back, but he can play up front as well. And I think he's scored some crucial goals as well. So I think we're fine up front. I don't think we need Montel Gibson, but if Clough desperately needs another striker, maybe Montel Gibson will be used as a backup striker to Reece Hopes and Jordan Bowery and Danny Johnson. Then potentially you could bring him in, but I don't see him. I don't see Clough bringing him in at all.
No, what's your thoughts on that, John? Do you think he's someone that will sign, or are you the same really? What's your opinion on it?
Like I say, I'm just questioning if with the amount of talent we've got, especially in his area, do we really need him? And unfortunately, even though he's got great potential and stuff like that, I don't think, you know, we need him at this stage. Unless he wants to come and earn his spot in the team and fight for his chance, or go to Oldham where he's more likely to get game time. And and I just don't think at this present time he's a player we're looking for.
I agree with that, guys. I just, like I say, you do get some good talent down there, and he could be another one potentially, but you just never know until you take a chance on him. But that's the thing. It's like, if we did sign him, I don't think he'd be a backup striker. Simple as that, in my opinion. Which isn't a bad thing, but I just don't. Until anything's confirmed, it's just all rumoured to me. Paul, also, can you see Forrester coming back to the Mill? Start off with you, Adrian.
It's a tricky one. He's been injured with his ankle. He obviously hobbled off. I don't know which game he hobbled off against. I'm not quite sure, but he felt his ankle, and it was kind of game over. That's the last we saw of Will Forrester. But I mean, if he stays injury free, I don't see why not. But if he continues having those injury problems, then I don't really see the point. We need a centre back that can stay injury free, like John Joe O'Toole. He's stayed injury free for the time being. Again, touch wood. He stays that way. But yeah, I wouldn't say no personally, because he's a youngster. He's planning to get. He's looking to get potential. He's planning looking to get league games under his belt. So I don't see why not. But if he's still injured and we inquire for him like we did in the summer, then I don't see him coming back to the Mill.
Yeah, I agree. It's just a too big a risk. Unfortunately, I know. He's been unlucky with injuries. Especially when he signed for us. But he's got potential. Don't get me wrong, but I just think we need someone, who's going to be fighting for every tackle, fighting for every, clearance and stuff like that. And I don't see Will Forrester being that person. And it's like especially me. I knocked Warson at the start of the season, towards last season. Because I didn't rate him, but now he's another player where I just think he's a completely different player than he was last season, and I don't know what that is. If that's just purely down to Nigel and his man management, or the fans being back and whatever. But I just think Warson is just seems to be a different class of player at the minute.
Yeah, I echo what you guys say. I mean, the other thing that Nigel did say about it when he got asked in his press conference the other day was that it's basically waiting on Stoke to see what they're doing. Obviously, they're just waiting on seeing how they get on. But yeah, I mean, the other thing as well is if we do sign Kieran Wallace, then I think that would be kind of it for me personally, because I don't see us signing two centre halves because we don't need to, in my opinion. So if we do sign Kieran Wallace, I think that would put an end to it. But it is a shame, because I did think the games he did play in Will Forrester, he did look really good. It's just a shame about his injuries, but we can't risk the running that we're in with an injured player. And it is a shame, but personally speaking, I think we should just go for either Kieran Wallace or a player that's been playing week in, week out, because knowing our luck, with the past injury records we've had, I think he'd be on the sidelines if anything.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just sorry, I'm smiling at some of the comments down here.
Yeah, some of them great. Yeah, I love one of them actually. Let's have a look. Nathan, evening. It'd be great to see League of 72 YouTube do a behind the scenes on match day with the Stags like they did Harrogate. To be honest with you, I haven't seen that, to be fair, so I'll have to check that out after this is ended actually. But yeah, it's always great to see the club getting coverage. Definitely, and more publicity the better, to be honest. Definitely. Paul, have you guys heard any rumours on Kieran Wallace being training with the Stags? No, I've heard nothing. But then again, I've not been on social media all day, to be fair, so I've heard nothing. What about you guys? Have you heard anything? I've heard nothing.
And nothing from
No.
the end.
No,
No.
no transfer news here yet, Paul. But we'll try on deadline day. We'll be outside the RH Academy and see if we can see any players, coming to go.
You two will be. I'll be at home keeping warm, but
Yeah, I'll be out there just in case. But no, we haven't heard.
It's my job. It's my job. I need to do it. I need to fight. I need to keep the Stags fans of the scoop.
Yeah, well,
we can do a podcast live outside.
Yeah.
RH Academy, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we'll get Adrian reporting on it, and I'll be in the studio, keeping nice and warm, and just seeing what everyone else is doing. That's fine.
Leave me in the cold. That's okay.
Yeah, be sound done. Right, somebody's coming. Oh, Timothy. Come on then, lads and lasses. Where is the most unexpected place you saw someone in a Stag shirt?
Who's the last in this conversation?
This is it. Now there is one, but one of them's a bit explicit. But one thing I will say is I saw one in Nottingham. That's the best way to say. What about you guys? Where's the most unexpected place?
I don't really know. I don't actually know. I'd probably say Nottingham as well, but that's when we played Notts County and also Grimsby.
Yeah,
but I haven't really seen any Stag shirts flying about in unexpected places. Like we've seen in the comment section, we've seen some unexpected places there. But yeah, I don't think I've seen any unexpected places with Stag shirts really.
No, I can't think of anywhere, to be honest. What about you, John? Have you ever gone out and seen a Stag shirt somewhere that you've just gone away and thought, what?
No, but someone's just gave me an idea to stand outside High Heart Mansfield outside Chesterfield's ground. I'll quite happily do that, to be fair.
Yeah, I think, hang on, there's one comment. Tim here. I'll start. Saw a bloke walking down Fifth Avenue in New York a few years ago. Now what's the chances of that? I mean,
there you go. That's bizarre.
Yeah, that is really strange. But what credit to that guy who knew us? But no, I can't honestly say I've never really noticed anyone. It's always like your big Premiership sides, to be fair, mainly. But the most extravagant I've seen is Nottingham, but that's on a match day, so I can't really say, to be honest. Let's have a look. Call man. When we get promoted, hopefully we get Bishop Street sorted, but it's of a joke, we away fans. Yeah, I mean, Radford's mentioned this in the past. Obviously, once we get the attendance as high consistently, that's when we're going to do it, and I don't think he'll change in that respect. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I mean, the attendance has got to be up to do it. To be honest, it's as simple as that, really.
Without being sorry, mate. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think without a shadow of a doubt, we saw with Coventry at the Ricoh Arena, they've got with 20,000 seats, something like that. They don't even fill out half of that.
No.
And they were a League Two club back then. They're a Championship club. I think their attendances are a bit higher than that. Well, I hope anyway. But I think the Radfords are waiting for us to get promoted. They've obviously mentioned Bishop Street stand getting sorted, and also a new hotel which they hope to sort out as well. But I don't think those plans are going to come into fruition until we get promoted, and the attendances are high. But yeah, it'd be nice to see that stand kind of sorted and back open again, because having 3 stands isn't it. I mean, we're unique in a sense that you kind of want in a stadium with 4 stands.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully when we get promoted, hopefully when the attendances go up, we can. The plan's hopefully to open that stand and get a hotel put in.
Yeah, definitely. What's your thoughts on it, John? I mean, I think it's just the attendance has got to keep on being consistent, because what Adrian mentioned there about Coventry, I mean, obviously they're a big club in that, but like I say, they're not even filling off the stadium. So, what's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, just take the Middlesbrough game, for example. That's a good selling point. I don't think Middlesbrough sold it, and they were still, to be fair, it was good attendance back then, but you could still see a couple of empty seats. I don't think we need to be in a rush to open Bishop Street. You know, if it's bringing the club money, you know, solely from advertising purposes, then just stick it out that, because we're struggling to, you know, fill out, you know, for Ingreaves stand at the minute. So, you know, with all due respect, you know, until our attendance is high, then there's absolutely 0 point in opening Bishop stand.
Yeah.
And on the hotel front, how many hotels do we actually need in Mansfield? It's not like it's not like it's the most touristy of hotspots. So I know we've got a new hotel coming in where the old bus station used to be, and you know we've got that brand new Travelodge as well. And you know if Radford's had their way, you know we'll get a new one just behind Bishop Street. But again, do we need a third one?
Yeah, like I say, obviously there's not much been said about it for months. Obviously, we've been in the pandemic past couple of years, so obviously it's all kind of just been quiet, obviously. But yeah, like you say, I agree. Just keep it the way it is. Just focus on trying to get promoted first, and then just take it from there. Like, you know, let's just focus on the pitch and you know the results and that. And yeah, without a doubt, if we get promoted, I can see the stand being straight up, really, guys. I mean, that's what the chairman said, and I think it's the most logical thing to do, personally. Let's have a look. But yeah, like I say, Barrow this weekend, another tough test, like we say. Mark Cooper, great manager at this level. You look at what he did at Forest Green, that a lot of the players that he managed are still there now, and he put the foundations there for them to really kick on. And again, it's always a tough test against these teams, and this will be no different this Saturday.
I don't think we've beaten Barrow, have we, in League Two just yet? I think we might. I'm not quite sure, but we beat him on regular occasions in non-league. But they seem to be our bogey team in League Two. I mean, it'll be a tough test. They are near the relegation zone, so you're kind of expecting a win from the Stags. Barrow have only won twice in 5 games in League Two. Yeah. So you're kind of expecting a win, but you never know what could happen. They could have a stormer of a game and completely blow us off the park. But I hope not. I hope we put in a positive performance as we have done for the past couple of weeks and get a win back to Mansfield ahead of the game of against Leyton Orient in a week's time. But yeah, we never know. It could be a tough test. It could be a walk in the park. It's just a roll of the dice. Depends on the weather conditions. Hopefully we hold up and we don't have see another moment.
Yeah, definitely. Well, if you're going to go to the game this weekend, Stags fans, just be prepared just to make sure in case of that. But yeah, no, hopefully it will be, touch wood. But yeah, like I say, we'll be boosted by the fact of George Lapsley and Ollie Clark will be back as well. So if anything, at least it gives some of them players to come back as well. So we'll have an even more stronger bench as well. So it's not all bad. You know, what's your thoughts on it, John?
I agree. You know, the form we're in is outstanding, and I don't knock the lads in any way, shape, or form. I just wish we start well. You know, I don't think there's been a game where we have been consistently starting well. You know, I said it last week. We do it for Mansfield way. We really do it for Mansfield way. And I just, if that's the only negative I can draw from, I just think we need to be starting well, because you know, the first 20, 30 minutes of the games, you know, like Walsall, like Middlesbrough, you know, we haven't been our best, and you know, it's had to take us, you know, over the second half to, you know, get it right. So I just wish we can change that and, you know, get out the gate firing on all the cylinders. But I can't see anything but a Mansfield win.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, well, like Adrian said, obviously they've not been in great form, so they are a good team to be playing at the minute. But like you say, they've since they've been back in the Football League, they have been really tough tests for us, to be honest. So yeah, it'll be a tough game, but the form we're in, you've got to fancy us. But as we know, League Two is just for the odd surprises, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think if we can just carry on doing what we've been doing and hopefully play to our strengths, then we should easily get the 3 points. But we never do things the easy way. It takes us sometimes to get playing after 2-0 down. So, if we do go 2-0 down, don't worry, we'll bring it back.
We do it the Mansfield way. That's the only way possible we can do it. If we go, like you said, if we go 2-0 down, don't worry, we could come back and snatch a win. But I had to quickly check my statistic, and we've not beaten Barrow in League Two in the last 3 games we played against them. So it kind of shows it's a tough team that we come up against, and it's one of our bogey teams, and hopefully we can snatch a win against them, the first in the Football League against them. So it'd be a good feat.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we beat Walsall for the first time in so many years, so let's hope we can do the same again against Barrow, because it's a monkey you want off your back. You want to be. This is a thing. They're the kind of teams that are always tough to play. Especially sides near the bottom. So definitely, it's going to be a tough test, really. What's your thoughts, John?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough test. They're not going to obviously lie down for us, are they? I've been our bogey team of late. I think this is a game where we really do need to start well, because I think Barrow are more than capable of punishing us. And, if we do start well and get the first goal, and I think it's one of those games with the first goal is going to be massively important. It depends, I think it generally depends if who gets the first goal.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. But yeah, like I say, we're still, we're in the best position I think we could be at this stage of the season. There's so many games left to be played, and again, it's just all positivity, guys. I mean, again, for the first time in a long time, you're just confident going into games where you actually feel like we've got a chance of winning, and all due respect to Barrow and every other team we've come up against. Obviously it's going to be a different test of what Forest Green would have been last night. Very different game, but like I say, hopefully we can improve the away form, because it has been an Achilles heel for us this season, to be honest. So hopefully, if we can prove that and then win the rest of our home games, or majority of them, then we've got a chance.
Yeah, I agree.
But like I say, it's never easy with Mansfield, and it never will be, to be honest.
Right.
But so final question for you guys tonight then. What's your predictions going into the game this weekend? That's a question for you guys,
I don't know. Like John kind of said, I think whoever scores the first goal will go on to win. But I think we'll be confident. I think we'll always be confident until we lose. It will knock a little bit of confidence, but the team's flying at the moment. I think Nathan Bishop will keep another clean sheet. I'm confident in him. I think his recent performances have been improving, and I hope he keeps a clean sheet, because I don't think he's getting enough credit for the saves he makes, because whenever you see him and the ball near his goal, it goes into the back of the net, and you're thinking, how has that gone in? He's only faced like 1 or 2 shots on target, and you're kind of looking surprised. But I'll go with, similar to Walsall, I'll go with a 2-0 win to the Stags.
What about you, John?
I was thinking on the lines of a 2-0 win, but to be different, I'll go 1-0 Stags.
Yeah, I think I'll join you on that, John. I think it'll be a very tight game, to be honest with you. I don't know why, I've just got a feeling it will be, but we'll probably all be wrong, and we could end up winning 3-2 with Mansfield, knowing our luck. But I agree. Just you mentioned Bishop there, Adrian. It's just, just to think we've got a player from Man United at League Two. You know what I mean? It's especially of his calibre. It's such an amazing deal, to be honest with you. And no doubt he'll be easily in the Championship for me in a couple of years' time, if not the Premiership one day. And it's going to be an odd decision to see who the player of the season is going to be, because we've got that many candidates this season. It's going to be an odd one to really pick, that is.
Yeah, it's going to be weird. I've seen a few fans going on record saying, could we sign Bishop and Stirk on a permanent if we go up? You never know, it could happen. Stirk potentially, Nathan Bishop less likely. But it'd be nice. It'd be nice, but we'd have to be dreaming for that moment, which I don't think will happen because he's highly rated at Man United. He's just at the club to gain minutes and gain experience at professional at league level as well. So it'd be nice to keep him, but I don't think it'll happen.
Nah, I think if we go up in that, then maybe they might loan him back into a League One club. But let's just try and get promoted first, and then go from there. Like, when people are kind of saying that about Stoke as well, like you mentioned there, it's like, look, let's just focus on us and get the job done first, because we've been here before with Tyler Walker a couple of years ago, and here we are still. So let's just get over the line this time.
Yeah, I agree, and I just think Bishop is a championship quality keeper. I'll quite happily see him in the Derby shirt, or something like that. Obviously, if Rooney's still there, I don't think he'll be playing for us come end of the season. He's too good for us.
Oh yeah, 100%. Absolutely, too good for League Two level. Shadow of a doubt. Last comment. Coleman man, Stags beat Barrow 3-1. Yep. Take any of them results that everyone said tonight. Doesn't matter how we do it. Let's just get a win. Doesn't matter if it's ugly or what. Let's just get it over the line and tick it off for another away game. And just keep it in that form, really, and that's all we can keep doing, essentially, guys. But anyway, thanks for coming on tonight, fellas. Appreciate your inputs tonight and everything MTFC. It's been great having you on.
I appreciate it. Thanks very
much.
Yeah, no worries, guys. Take care, and hopefully next time we talk, we'll be talking about 3 more points away against Barrow, and getting higher up the table.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Brilliant, guys. Cheers, fellas. Take care, guys, everyone. All the best. Have a good evening, and let's hope we can all have a great weekend.
Thanks.
Brilliant, guys.